Hey, what's going on? Let's see. I'm a couple of minutes early. I did not. Um, I woke up this morning and I thought I was an hour ahead or an hour behind. And so when I got up, it was 7 and I thought it was 8. And then by the time I took a shower, anyway, I started painting early today. This is one that I started yesterday afternoon and got most of it to where it is. Oops. It's not done by any means, but I'm going to, what I'm doing is glazing a few areas because like this is way too white. It just, I'm going to darken it. I've got another one to start. This is the one I worked on mainly yesterday, was this one. And they're 12 by 12. Anywho's it, I'm going to do some glazing on this, which if you're not familiar just means putting thin layers on. But like I need to tone that down, that white down. And I softened a few edges, like the edges of the shirt. Well, I still need to do that some more. But I softened a few edges too. And I'm using a really small brush to do this with because I don't want to get too carried away. Let me put a welcome message in the, whoops. Here we go. Welcome. Please feel free to ask questions or chat. Heart emoji. There we go. I know there's a glare on here. If I turn my other light, here, let me turn this one off. See, it doesn't make any difference. So I'm just kind of, oh, it did make a difference. Here, I forgot about the delay. I am just a hot mess. Seriously, I don't know what's going on with me. I started ADHD meds a few weeks ago, and it seemed to help. Let me get this. But now it is, like I said, this week. I started yesterday at 11, but I didn't do a Master Study Monday. I was working on that other head study. These are going to be a triptych. And I got, oh, I don't know, probably 4 hours into it. And apparently the music that I got from YouTube, by the way, for free, copyright free, was tagged. And they took it down. They took down my video. But when I went to AI, well, ChatGPT, it said that sometimes it'll flag it if you've edited the music. And what I had done was I had strung them all together so that I could play the same loop over and over. And apparently their whatevers don't like that. So I will not be doing that with that particular music anyway. I will say this one had a voice on it, so I wonder if that was more of a factor. It had vocals, but I didn't edit out the vocals. I just edited out the dead spots between. But I can understand after talking to ChatGPT what was going on. So I lost yesterday's hours, and the video is no longer on YouTube. I have a copy of it though. I was recording it on my device, so I'll be able to do something with that. That's too bad. I know. I'm gonna knock that back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just work on this until I'm afraid of overworking it. And then I'm going to and it's getting there to where I am. I need to leave it alone. Leave it alone. And start working on the other one. I have one that I have not shown on camera. Well, no, I have. I showed it in the picture that in the post. And I'm just going to let this one go. Oops, I was going to fix this, wasn't I? What I want is this just to be darker and blend into there a little. Before I walk away from it. Whoops. So I think that's probably, I'm going to leave it there anyway. And then come back when it's dry to the touch. I'm going to soften those edges too. I don't want all the edges sharp, because if everything's sharp, then nothing is of importance, or nothing is the most important. So if I do see I need to do something here. I think that all needs. And then I'll pull out the other one here in just a second and start adding the first layer of color on it. That's what this is the first layer of color. There, it's like it's got a it looks a little bit different on screen than what, and I'm going by my monitor. How does that work? Okay. I know this is the first layer of color, but I did it yesterday. Most of it. 99% of it. And it's dry to the touch, which personally drives me crazy because I'd much rather work in wet on wet. But you do what you gotta do. And I know her cheeks are a little redder than normal, but I'm going to leave them that way. Because of the emotional aspect of it. I'm just sitting back looking. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the other one and start putting the color on it. This one was started yesterday with the color. I don't like that up there. Where is that? Right there. That needs kind of blended. Maybe a little more. Yeah. See, I could sit here and nitpick on it. And that's one reason to set it to the, whoop, to set it to the side. I'm checking the red on there. Okay. This is the next one. Yeah. Woo! Knocked over a spray paint. Let's see if we can get this one pulled up. She's having a bad day. Put it that way. There it is. Oops. It hit my camera cord. My palettes, the same colors I usually use. This underpainting too is a lot rougher than usually what I do, but that's okay. Oops, I got that crooked. I'm just going to take a photo of my desk. The two on my easel. This came out pretty well. I do want them to work as a triptych, so they're going to be wearing the same color, and the backgrounds are going to be of similar blue. I have a package on its way, so I'm also it is, let's see, it's supposed to be delivered today. Oop, it says it's outside. Okay. Excuse me just a second. I'm going to run out and grab that. Listen to some birdies. Okay, I'm back. I ordered this bucket. Bucket of stones. And I'd ordered them before, and I was so happy with them. I ordered another one. And it was delayed. It didn't come here until well, about a week after. It was like stuck in Kansas City. So, but it's here now. I'm going to do the eyes first and then work out from it. But I'm going to use this brush. It's a little whiter. And I'm going to use walnut oil on it because I want it to stay wet if possible. If you've been in my sprints, you've heard me talk about these stones before, because I've gotten some really nice ones. I guess I'm officially becoming a rock hound. They send you this bucket, and it's full of sand and confetti stones that are tumbled, and then a sifter, and you sift through all this and find all your stones. And there's a crackable geode in there and some larger stones than the confetti. It's really, I really enjoy it. The last one I got, it just a whole day. I just spent a whole day and now they're sitting on my desk, and they're just fun, just something to do for, in the world today, if it brings you joy. Because we are living in strange times. She says as she paints a screaming woman. Oh, if you heard that, that was my stomach. I'm going to go over most of this with this size brush to add the color, and then I will go back in with the smaller brush and go over things. But I don't know how far I'm going to go today. I only have until 12 my time, 12-ish, because of prior commitment to that other group that I sprint with, or for, or yeah. So I'm just going to be doing what I can for the next 2 or so hours. Usually I go a little over because I get into what I'm doing and lose track, and I hate to put my brush down when it comes time to call it quits for today. It looks very mauve-y, doesn't it? Speaking of which, I ordered some paints from help me out, Gambling, that are that they repurpose, I guess, or draw or save, or I'm not sure what the term you would use, from mining areas. And they're earth colors. It's supposed to be a limited edition, but I've seen it for a while now, so I'm not sure how limited it's been. And this is just the first layer of color being put down. But anyway, it looked interesting. I really like the idea, the concept of it. So we'll see how well the paints work when I get them. They should be here tomorrow, I believe. But like I said, my last package got stuck in Kansas City for quite a while. I'm using Gambling 1980 oils. And they are well, I should say that's mostly what I use because I have a mishmash of stuff, but I'm trying to use up my older stuff. And I guess I put this on here fairly thin, don't I? I do have a reference photo up here. It's a AI image that I created. I'm going to have to definitely adjust some things on the blue and the red on the background on these. I've got them set to my side over here on the easel. I know I said I was going to do the eye area first, so let's stick with that. This is a angled brush. I poo-pooed it when I got it. It was in a set with some others. And I'm finding I use it a lot. A lot more than I had anticipated. Whoops. Trying to get some red here. The colors on my palette are titanium white, yellow cad, red cad medium, hue. They're both hues. Because, well, I'm getting older and I worry about toxicity. Let's just say that. Of course, if I was gonna do something to myself with it, it probably is already. But anyway, what is, oh, cad red, hue, yellow ochre, alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, and burnt umber. And yeah, burnt umber. I have some burnt sienna too, especially for this reddish hair. Let's get back to the eyes here. Like I said I was going to do. I prefer to use the 1980, but I don't have, well, I do, but I need, like I said, I just need to use up what I have. And the reason I do this underpainting in burnt umber is so that I have, it's essentially my drawing. It gives me the values that I need. I don't want her smile to look this when I get to it. That's a technical term. There's a blue underneath the eyes right there. It's like a, I don't know what you call it. It's just a shadow. There's a lot of pinkish and reds around the eyes too. I'm just going to lay in what I can lay in the time I'm allotted myself. And begin again tomorrow, probably. But I have about 2 hours here, so I should be able to make some progress. Let me know in chat what you all are working on. What are you doing? Where are you at? Good stuff. There's definitely some red right there. That's too dark or too light. A lot of the face seems like it's in shadow. Because of the expression, I assume. Oh no. I say that because I just heard the trash truck go by. Guess you forgot to take out the trash. That would be me. I know my husband could have done it when he left for work, but it's easier for me to do it. Not because he wouldn't do it, but just because physically it's easier for me. When the weather's bad, they've been known to come up to the house and get it. But the weather's not that bad. It's a little rainy is all. Very, very little rain. This brush that I'm using is a Transin. It's, I don't even think I have the link in my description. Shame on me. But I do have it on my website, the link to it. And the reason I bring it up is because they're very inexpensive. I mean, really inexpensive. Like a set of 12 is like $10 or something like that. But they last really well. The only downfall is every once in a while the barrel come loose, or the ferrule. But the handle is wood, so you can just glue it right back on there with super glue if you want to. What time is it? Oh goodness, we're doing great on time. Probably tomorrow what I'm going to do is work on primarily on getting the three to work better together. So I'll get the reds all the same, you know, shade of red for the clothing and the background the same. So there's some consistency throughout. Throughout the three of them. That's part of the joy of doing triptychs and diptychs and all the iptychs. If you're in the US, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there's a show, I believe it's in Ireland. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. That is a Portrait Artist of the Year, and I noticed that this season's is on YouTube. It's not on, it's on somebody's channel. I think it's, but anyway, it's on there. And I find it informative. Just FYI, if anybody's interested. Because it's kind of cool to watch, just to see what they create. I think it's on Prime as well, the older seasons, but you get to see how each artist works. There's like 4 artists in each little group, and they all paint the same model. And then eventually there's a number of groups, and then they choose the best one for semi-finalist. Eventually they have one for all the shows together. It's kind of, I don't know, I enjoy it. But if it's something that you're interested in, and it's people with all different kinds of mediums. It's interesting to watch. If that's something you might be interested in, I thought I'd share it. Oh, that's really white, isn't it? I don't want it that white. She's fair-skinned, but she's not that white. Get these eyebrows in. I washed my hair this morning and it's drying, so if you suddenly see hair in the screenshot, that's why. It's not intentional. Right there. Whoops, that's a little too much. Let me know what you all are working on. What's going on? I am in Kansas, in the U.S. And it's fairly nice here today. Not too warm. I haven't been showing myself on screen because I want to focus on the work. And I really need to get a lot of my own work done. I've been doing a lot of master studies and things like that, and it takes time away from doing other things that I need to get done. But master studies are so fun. I do have a number of live streams with master studies. And I'm not quitting doing them altogether. It's just until I get a few of these caught up. And I need to do some still life. Like everybody in the fall, I went and bought some. I bought some gourds the other day, and I want to use them in still life. I know it's very stereotypical, but I also, what it is I have a show next year, and I want to be able, I need work in it that will sell. I'm doing a few like this that are more political, quote, self-expression, but I need to do some that are, come on, get off there. I got a little doohickey on there. I need to do some that are somebody would want to have in their home. I don't want to do really large ones because I think a lot of people, me included, are downsizing. Our kids don't want all of our junk. So something small that will just fit in the kitchen, or those are the type I'm shooting for after I do this one. And I have some really cool still life stuff I haven't been using that I've collected over the years. So I'm going to get some of that out. Ooh, got paint in my hair. That's different than usual. Usually I get hair in my paint. I'm going live on my other channel at 1 Central to do sprints, which, if you're not familiar, are well, I do Pomodoro. So it's 25 minutes on, and then 5-minute break. Usually I save it for admin work. And I'm going to go ahead. I have this red in here that is really, what is it? Oh, it's just cad red. Nothing special. But it's just a little warmer. Get this. I think I'm going to go ahead, even though I've got this laid in up here. I don't think that, I don't know. I'm just talking or thinking aloud. Ooh, I did not want that. I had bright blue on my paintbrush by mistake. Ruff. That's okay. You're okay. You're okay. That was Poncho. He likes to be involved. I'm just trying to get these eyes in a little better before I start on the mouth area. So I'm going to go till 12 at least. Usually I wind up going a little bit longer. Just because I have problems putting my brush down. There's not much going on in our neck of the woods. I listened to the news a little bit this morning. That was enough for now. Yeah. If you haven't been around, I have definite views on things. But, today I'm just going to paint. I painted yesterday for 7 hours. So today I'm going to go as long as I can. I may come back tonight. I don't know. I haven't tried many streams in the evening, and I need to. I love painting wet and wet. I wish I could keep it wet. Better than I do. It's not like the ones I painted yesterday are dry to the touch. Come on, get in there. Her eyebrows are much too dark. There's a little bit of red in them. It's lightened up some. Are you all working on anything fun? I know a lot of you wanted tutorials, and that goes over there. But for right now, the best tutorials on oil painting I can do will be while I'm painting. Because, like I said, I've just got to get this stuff done. If I knew I had enough work that I was satisfied with for an exhibit, I don't think I would worry about it as much. Okay, there we go. Probably the most exciting thing that's happened today is my package came with my gems and minerals, my stones. Get them. They're on TikTok, but they also have their own web page, and I'm not affiliated in any way other than just I like them. It's Declan Mining Company, and I think I have a little under an hour to really go. There's that. And then I'll go in the other room and prepare for the other channel. Would it be easier if I just had one channel? Probably. Do I see myself doing that anytime soon? Probably not. Have I ruled it out? No. But I also know me. It helps give me structure. Because I've been sort of laissez-faire here lately, other than master studies. I see a light spot on there. The water line, I'm assuming. I got kind of polished by the Okay, I'm going to start on the lips. Let's get that other brush. I do like rosemary brushes. I use them whenever I can, but it just happened to be that I had these out and they were ready to go. And they were doing the job. So maybe when I paint over, do the second layer, maybe I'll use my rosemary. I did do a art supply order of quite a few things the other day. Like I said, partially because I don't want to, I guess I want to beat the tariffs. I don't want to be needing something and then be, astronomical just because of that. If that makes sense. Get off there, get off there, get off there. I could have oiled this out too before I started painting. Okay, let's get some get some red in there. It's like the lips, the top lip is like a purplish red. So I'm going to use alizarin crimson. I'm trying to get these fairly symmetrical. The inside of the lips, like this right here, is dark. Maybe I missed it. I think I missed it. It's not really a blood red like what it shows here, so I'm going to tone that down. Not quite so bloody red. I think I should have got out some magenta. Let me get a different red. Well, not that way. Where are you, my burnt sienna? Burnt sienna. I think that'll tone it down with its oranginess. Neutralize it a little bit. I do need to get my magenta out though. Probably could have used it on the other ones as well. Whoops, get up there. Now that's some red lips, I tell you. It's getting there. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some color correcting. Ooh, that's bright. That's too bright. That's bright when you look it up in the dictionary. That's a woo doggy's bright. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, that's way too bright, 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 bright. My tongue looks like it's bleeding. There we go. Oops. I know that looks too dark. I'm going to fix it. I just wanted the shaded areas to be. That's not. think I'm getting, well, I know I'm getting too tight. Should not be coming in here on these teeth and being that tight. So why am I? I am just going to keep going until until noon here. Then I'll set this aside for tomorrow. But we've still got 20 minutes. I don't count my cleanup time. I figure it's done. I am putting my paint on awful thin. I don't really know why. Maybe I'll just go over all of it and make it more painterly. The way I'm painting, you'd think I was, or the amount of paint, you'd think I was really low, and I'm not. I guess that decides the next layer, though, for me. I'll go over this, all three of them, and be more painterly. There's 3 total. It's a triptych of women with different expressions. I consider this the first layer of color. For one thing, because it is. But use just the first layer. Then I'm not sure about I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Boy, that's orange. I have a granddaughter with very red hair. It's not that orange. Ooh, wrong one. It's okay. That's okay. I see this down here is too orangey. Ooh, too much. Too much oil. Try and use up some of the paint that's on my palette. In the next few minutes. Right now I'm pretty much just pushing paint around to get the hair placed in. And use up my burnt umber here. Remember, this is the first layer of color, not the final. Oops. Okay, I think I've used up all the burnt umber. Having trouble with the top of this hair. I think it goes too far. And it's going to be okay. I am just right at 2 hours, so that means it's 12-ish. Let's try and make this look a little more arty for a screenshot. So I can use this as a thumbnail. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to paint today. I need to clean my brushes. I'm going to leave the paint out that has been used, or that, you know what I mean. I'm going to scrape off where it's been smeared. So I can essentially start tomorrow with a clean-ish palette. Normally I would put this I probably still should. Let me do that. Oops. That's my blue. That's my brown. That's my yellow ochre. That's my red. That's my mixture. I don't think I used any of these pastel-y colors I mixed. How sad is that? Oh well, maybe that'll be good for when I do the next layer. The way it's been going, it'll be dry to the touch. I know I said I wasn't going to do this on camera, but I don't know. There's a sense of satisfaction just seeing it cleaned off. If you haven't already, if you would like and subscribe, that would be wonderful. I think I need to, whoops, I need to do this tomorrow too. So I'll schedule it this afternoon for tomorrow. I got paint on my hands. I'm just seeing how the color's off on my, see, this needs to, it's like two separate. Okay. I will deal with this tomorrow. Okay. Okie dokie, Smokey. I will see you all tomorrow, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you're watching the replay, if you would put a comment in the comment section of the video and let me know, that would be great. I will see you all later. Take care.